the reason why this is important is because when someone sees an ad on Craigslist, or if they are searching online about your community, they're going to see reviews. What do you want them to read? Do you want them to read good stuff or bad stuff? What's more likely to get you command higher rent? Good reviews or bad reviews? And when you get higher rent, that helps with your overall value. When you sell, the cap rate, the beauty of the cap rate and multiplying your value. I mean, online reviews are paramount, and it is incredibly challenging to get them, at least from what I've found. And I'm very grateful that Joseph,
yeah.
right? I'm very grateful that Joseph was thoughtful enough and wanting to help out that he emailed me how he has successfully gotten 5-star reviews for his property. And I asked him, is it okay to share this with the best ever listeners? Because everyone can benefit from this. And he said, absolutely. So thank you, Joseph, for this. This does have a direct impact on my personal bottom line for profit and loss and my investors, and then also this will have a ripple effect for every best ever listener who has a property where they want to increase their 5-star reviews, which includes Theo.
Yep, and you guys think whenever I'm buying anything online, the first thing I do is look at the reviews, and if it's got a small, low, 2, 3, 4 stars, even books, anything, I just completely pass over it. So that's another, I guess, anecdotal evidence is why it's so important. So number one way to get more reviews is, he says, if you can't beat them, get close to beating them. Yelp is the hardest to control, and so Yelp's an online reviewing service and seems to be an outlet for dissatisfied residents. We contract with a company called Modern Message, who has a resident rewards program that turns social media and reviews into a game for our residents. This allows us to get internal reviews and place them on an external site that has amazing SEO value. And so I guess basically what he's saying is that he hires a company that has this rewards program that makes getting reviews like a game. And when they get these reviews from their tenants, they're able to link that up to their website or to Facebook or to some other site that they have. Like when you see that testimonial tab on some websites, and since you're kind of linking up to your internal reviews elsewhere, it increases the SEO for the keywords for your property management company's name or your company's name. And so he said that if you Google his company's name plus the city that he's in, they're like ranked number 1 and it comes up under Yelp. And then he also says that he places these ads in places like Facebook. So I guess number 1 is hiring out a company to help you with the reviews.
And the company he mentioned is called Modern Message. That's the company they worked with.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So number 2 is give away or random gifts.
I wouldn't mention the Casey.
Okay. Give away random gifts. So he said that we had $5 T-shirts that they created with the local sports team. I mean, they can be really anything, and gave them away to everyone who came in on a certain day, and along with a card. So I guess they gave them a card too that said, "Thanks for being a great resident. Please share your experience on Google." And this worked very well. So offer to give away free stuff, and when they come to pick up their free item, give them some sort of card that says, "Hey, you're a great resident, and here's a link to, please show your appreciation by linking, reviewing us. Here's a link to do that." So you're actually giving them a link so they don't have to do it themselves.
That is my favorite so far, because when people expect something, then they're not as impressed with what you give them. But if they don't expect something, you can give them something much lower in value, and it will be more impressive than the higher in value thing they were expecting.
Yeah.
And that's in life. That's just in life. So when you give them something random, then say, hey, and I don't know what the exact wording is, but you have to work through the wording. But basically, if you'd like to share any commentary about your experience living in our community, then please go online and write something. That's my favorite so far.
So number 3 is to survey the residents. So send out a survey and get feedback on the cleanliness of the building, maintenance response time, and things like that. After you fix some of the concerns, send the survey out a couple months later with a link to review at the end. And so I mean that's positive because number one, you're getting feedback from your residents on things that you can improve upon. Maybe something's broken you didn't know about, and you can fix that. And at the same time, you can also use that as an opportunity to get more reviews.
And I would take that to a more granular level. When there is a maintenance request that doesn't appear to be like a negative thing for the property, then I would, when we fix it, I would send the resident an email and say, hey, did we fix it? Are you good with everything? They say yes. Then give them a link to review it. And what I meant by not a negative thing for the property, if the maintenance request is, I have bed bugs, and then you fix it and you're like, hey, can you go online and review? Like, we fixed your bed bugs. That's not a good thing to be online.
That's
but if the maintenance request is my faucet leaked or my toilet was running and then we fix it, then I would send the link to review. Oh, great! And if you have a chance, can you just mention your experience with us fixing the problem? And so that would be a more granular way. And what I found is that when you do a mass email, there's less accountability for actually doing something, and that's proven in psychology too. If there's a famous or infamous case in New York City where a woman was being attacked and she was screaming out for help, and there were buildings on either side of people looking out the window, and everyone thought someone else was calling the cops, and no one called the cops.
Wow.
And it's proven time and time again that if you need help from someone, then you say, hey, you in those red shorts, can you please help me? And now you in those red shorts will be felt responsible for now helping. And same with these reviews. If you do a mass email, hey, we need some, we'd love for your feedback, that's one thing, but it's another, you who had the leaky faucet, would you mind helping us out? And your response will be much higher.
Yeah, that's a very good point. The last point is just, he said, be really, really good at answering the phone, expressing empathy, and following up. This is kind of similar to what you just said. It's whenever something happens, make sure you respond quickly and answer your phone when they call, express empathy, and then follow up later to make sure that everything's fixed. And then when you do follow up, say, hey, here's a link to leave a review. That's something else that I thought about when I was reading this, and I'm doing the monthly investor emails right now for you. And so I was thinking, because I know you guys do like monthly community get-togethers, and so there's a way to tie that into getting reviews. I'm not sure if it's when people leave, give them a note, or have an iPad there so that people could do reviews while they're actually there. So you get them before they leave.
That's a money idea.
Because you're giving them all that stuff. Like I think there's Taco Tuesday and poolside popsicles and breakfast on the go and things like that. And so when they're there, people love free stuff, and so they're gonna get the free stuff, and they'll feel obligated to, and they're in the moment, like, oh yeah, Taco Tuesday's the best. Like, you get a bunch of Taco Tuesday reviews.
You nailed it. We just so happen to have the review all written. You just have to push enter, and you just take their finger. There you go. Just push enter down. There you go.
Yeah.
We will do that. Thank you for that suggestion.
And then the second suggestion, this is for smaller properties, because this would not work for bigger properties. And this is what I did. It's it might be kind of cheesy and cheap, but it is what it is. But I don't buy stuff ever. And so during Christmas, when I get my Christmas presents, I get a ton of gift cards, like $5 gift cards here, $10 gift cards at Panera. And so I just re-gifted those for my tenants for either a New Year's Eve New Year's gift or a Christmas gift. And then when you're doing that with that note at the same time, you can put a link to a review for your property at the same time.
And I would do it not as a Christmas or New Year's Eve gift or Hanukkah or whatever. I would do it as a random gift of thank you, because then it goes back to not expecting something. Or your 1 year renewal or 6 month renewal, maybe even your 6 month anniversary, or 8 month anniversary, because that's when you're thinking about, should I stay or should I go? So you give them something, and then you encourage them to renew and also review. Renew and review, baby.
Yeah, I think I did it around Christmas time because it just was convenient, or because I was having a ton of issues with the property and I felt really bad for the tenants. So I was like, I feel like I give them something so they don't leave.
Yeah.
So okay, so those are 4 ways. Well, 6 ways really.
Yeah, you
to get 5-star property reviews. And again, thank you, Joseph.